okay there, Mr. Cameraman?
We're running.
I'm going now.
Okay. Why don't you call them out as you go? Just to identify them.
Oh, okay. Well, we're starting at Jane's house, and we're going to do the whole east side. Okay? And this
Stand
is
over there and narrate.
okay.
You can motion.
Okay. All right. This is where Dietmans live.
And the first picture was?
The first picture was where Jane Rendell lives. And we're going up the east side of the street. Now this is where Janet Langlaws and George Volna live. This is where the Moores live. Okay, this is where the Moores live. All right, this is where I live, Doris Appel, and Earl Kelsey live. This is my barn, Doris Appel's barn.
I wouldn't recognize that.
You wouldn't have? Okay. We'll talk about it later. This is where Toby Arnold lives, back in the lane towards the mills.
They've done something different to it, haven't they? Looks a lot better.
These are the mills. We're going to talk about that later. You just want me to run through. That's a sawmill. We'll talk about this all later. Okay, this is Vi Johnson's house.
How different they look on that, in that picture, don't they?
This is where Kapner lives. And this is where the Rouses live. And Sandy Connors lives in this house. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. Gee, guys. Now, I frankly cannot pronounce the name of the people who live here. What is their name, Alberta?
I'm trying to figure out where the house is.
It's Temple's old house.
That's not Temple's house.
Darrington, the
No.
Farrington house, but that's
It's
not.
Temple's old house.
Oh, you
Jimmy
mean-
Temple's
you mean
house.
where, Tamaya lives.
Tamaya. That's the name, Tamaya.
You would never know if you look at it.
All right, this is the apartments. This is the old church barn. This is where Jane used to live. This is Cavanero's, Larry Cavanero's, and Pat Cavanero. Okay, this is Mary Suarez's house. And this is where Joy McIntosh and George Semerton live. I gotta get my thing. Wait a minute.
Semerton.
Yeah.
Next comes Peter Hemster. That doesn't look like their house at all.
Okay, that's where Heimstra lives. Peter Heimstra. Peter Heimstra lives there. That is where the Gashes live. This is where Ruth Hallerick lives.
How different they look in the picture, don't they?
Yes, they do.
You're looking hard to
This is where Scryjacks
Oh,
live.
that's pretty. Look at those flowers.
This is where Lyndon lives.
Yeah.
This is where Nancy Lee lives. And this, of course, is the church.
This is where God lives.
That's a nice
Okay.
picture.
All right. I think there are two pictures of the church. Yes, there are two.
Oh, that's
Oh,
nice.
that's a nice picture.
This is the parsonage, and our current minister is Bob Zittel. And this is where Lois Arnold lives, at the Arnold farm.
It's a nice picture.
And this is where Wheelers live, and this is where the store used to be, around the corner, across the bridge. This is Alberta's home over there. This is the cemetery,
Does it have a name?
the North Chatham Cemetery. Okay, this is the Steimer's house, back down on the corner.
That's a nice.
Now we're coming up the west side of Route 203 from south to north. This is where Mr. Coot lives. Mr. Goot. Excuse me, Goot. G-O-O-T. This is where the Potts live.
That's pretty.
This is the former school, which is apartments now. It belongs to the Potts.
They did a terrific job with that.
All right, this was the former store, and it did belong to John Fleming, but has been sold, and I don't know the name there.
Werwood. W-E-R-W-A-I-S. Werwood. And Mrs. Legay.
And this is where the Welches live. Walshes. This is Art Coose's house. This is where the Jennings live. This is where Dave Kramer did live. Dave Kramer is deceased as of this date.
Is anyone living?
No, it's for sale. Now, I don't know the people that are in here. They've only been in here about 4 months or so. What's their name? This was a Turley girl from Niverville. What's the last name, Alberta?
Oh. You got me stuck now. I can't say it. I think it's John's.
John's?
I'm not
Yes.
positive.
Right.
It's John's?
John, the last name I think is
Okay,
John.
John's. Okay, fine. This is the Grosjean house.
That is so pretty with all those ferns.
Now, this is Landford or Langford?
Blandford.
Land, L-A-N?
F-O-R-D, right?
Okay, Landford, all right. Because on here it's Janford. And this, of course, is Alberta's house with the post office on the side.
That's nice.
And this home belongs to the Says. And this is the Chesley's home.
Notice so many have got that particular type of front entrance.
That's federal. This was formerly the Ring House. It is the person who lives there now is a Ms. Myers. This was formerly the North Chatham Dairy. It is a rental property now that belongs to a family named White. This is the Robinson home.
That looks pretty.
This is the Stoner home. This is the barn behind the Stoners that was the former school. This is where Connie Espinal lives.
That looks so different, doesn't it?
Doesn't it though?
Everything looks
That's what
different.
you
in the picture.
recognize.
Okay, this is where Joy Skimmerhorn lives.
That looks different there too.
And this is Dottie Cummings' house. And this is where the Wills live. And this is the Arnold Eisenhower house. This is the old barber shop. the current library, the former library. This is where DeAngelis lives. This is the old smokehouse on the DeAngelis property. Now there are some pictures. This is the picture of the pallet factory that was the milk station. There are some pictures of the fire hall. This is the fire hall.
Just noticed a new roof on that.
There's
That looks
another
nice.
fire hall picture. Oh, and we've got another one of those. That's the pallet factory. No, yeah, right. And this is Pryor and Williams. We could skip that one. This is the lumber yard in the lane. And this is part of Pryor and Williams. Okay, now we're across the street from the fire hall. These are currently apartments. This is currently where the Pulvers live. And that's where Mr. Phelan lives.
They painted it since then.
Okay, this is Armstrong's house. This is Lloyd Frank's house on Bunker Hill Road.
Did you sell it or is he?
No, that's Welch, isn't it? Isn't his name Welch, up next to you, Mary?
Frank. And that's Mary's house. It looks like it's backwards to me, I don't know. I think it is backwards, Mary, because the driveway should be on this side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that's Betty Huntley's former house. These are all on Bunker Hill Road.
Is that backwards too?
No, that one's frontwards. That one's good. And this is a Magidson house on Bunker Hill Road.
Is that one backwards?
No, that one's good.
That's right.
I didn't see, and this is the Kellogg house on Bunker Hill Road. And I get stumped here. Oh, this is David Cabanero's house up on Bunker Hill Road by the Thruway.
Oh,
And that's it.
Very
It's only
well done.
Mary's that was
Nice.
backwards. When you see the pictures, it doesn't look like anything like when you look at the house and you think of, you think that's the house.
we think of it as it was.
No, but even myself, I had a hard time identifying some of these. I
You
couldn't.
do, there were so many
Well, a
that
couple of
that
those
straight-
houses look smaller than
straight.
one.
Yeah. Well, that's because of the.
Even the first one,
perspective,
James,
yeah.
and I thought, what house is that?
Well, Armstrong's is the one that I couldn't figure out because he took it
From
from
the
Bunker
other
Hill
side,
Road.
ordinarily you'd always see it from the front, on the other
Right.
front porch.
Okay. All right, now what we're going to do first, do you want to use the lights for this? I'm going to do an introductory thing. And then I'm going to introduce everybody, and then you'll take a seat here, and then we're going through the pictures again. And you talk about them this time. Okay? But I'm going to first do that.
Boy, I didn't know any of those
Okay?
names.
So as soon as
No, I
Good
didn't
thing
know
Hal
that.
Parker
it
was-
isn't important to know that that's just for reference for now, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you, we're gonna do it right here?
Might as well.
Okay. I'm Doris Appel, and I've lived in North Chatham nearly 40 years. But I have some ladies here today. We're all born in North Chatham, and most of them have spent up their whole lifetime here in North Chatham. They are going to discuss the houses as they are today and who lived in them in the past and how they were used in the past. This is the 1st of November, 1998. It's All Saints Day, and of course, they are all saints.
That's a first.
Sure.
And so now I'm going to introduce you to them. Edith, would you come up here, please? You can come around here. Now, this is Edith Arnold, and she's our, what should I say?
Well, be
Oldest
careful.
saint? How's that?
Anything, you can call me
Okay.
anything.
All right. You want to sit down here? Edith?
Fine.
Okay, now,
They're octogenarians.
Mary,
Yes.
you're next up here now.
Be careful.
Yeah, be careful of those buttons. This is my friend Mary Danu, and Mary was a ring, and the Ring family had a lot of important things that happened. They were builders and movers and builders in North Chatham. So, you want to sit down, Mary? You can sit either place you want. Okay, Alberta.
Here we go.
Oh, geez, Alberta, the wheels are rolling here. Leave your pocketbook there. Don't worry about your pocketbook.
I'll go
Jeez,
home
be
and
careful.
forget it. Now where do you want me?
I just want you here.
Oh, you dear soul. you.
Yes, yeah. Alberta Gross is currently our postmistress, master, or whatever you call
Master.
it. And she's been a mover of the mail for us for a long time. So if you sit down and her. And Jane.
Oh, Edie.
Now, Jane Rendell was born in North Chatham, and she's going to tell you where. And then she spent most of her life in the hotel. She's going to tell you all about that. And she's our resident,
I remember.
we're our resident person who knows the answers to things around here, right?
Well, not always.
Oh, okay. Did you sit down? Okay, now we can do this. You want to snap it off? Go back?
I got hard seats.
Yeah, I don't mind.
It goes backwards. You
I'd
have
rather
to
sit in
give
one
it a couple of
of the
That's
seconds.
because you're the
All right, ladies, are we ready to go? Okay. Wait a minute, I gotta push the button down here. Push me up, push my high down. Okay, that went backwards. Going backwards. You pushed something that did reverse. I didn't touch it.
No, you have to push the top.
Okay. All right, here we are.
That's where I live now. It was originally, it still is really, the tenant house for the Dorn Farm, which is across the bridge. Over the years,
Can't put it over that.
I remember Harold Birch lived
Yeah.
there.
I
I'd
can
say
remember
that's it,
Harold
Harold,
Birch
yeah.
first, and his mother and father.
Wasn't there?
And then over the years, there've been so many.
That I
things.
don't remember.
But a big percentage of the time, it was rented as it is now, rather than used as the tenant house.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, it was a tenant house for the farm across the creek, the
Yeah,
Dorn farm.
across the creek.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
The
now.
main attraction for the house is the old sycamore tree, which dwarfs it. And so many people who come to see me are amazed at the interior, how large it is, because they think it's a tiny house. But
Mhm.
it's a matter of perspective from the outside.
Mm-hmm. Right, now this is the house that Stephen L. Dietman lived in. And when I came here, this was a tenant house also, was it not?
It's
Or
Dorn.
the Dorn farm?
Yes, an office. He used one side for an office.
Fred did?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I remember when Thinkles
I
lived there.
just, that's the first I remember there.
Did they work for Dorn's?
No, oh no.
Oh,
It
okay.
wasn't, Dorn bought that in, you might say, recent years.
I see.
It was always a second home.
Mm-hmm.
What did Finkel's do?
I have no idea.
Well, she was called Toady Finkel, but I don't know what her first name really was.
Well, there were two Thinkles.
Oh, were there?
We always called her the lazy Thinkle, and the other one
Oh
was
dear.
the other one's a crazy Thinkle.
Oh dear. Oh, here we go. We have to edit these films again. Let's get off of that one.
I want to know why.
No, we're not going to do that. George will get upset. All right, this this is
think
where
it was
George
Johnny.
Balmuth and
And-
Janet Langlois
Johnny
lived.
Finkel.
And my impression was that the original part of this house was just about the oldest building in North Chatham because it's an original salt box. And of course, it never looked like this when I moved here.
No.
No, I guess not.
It was falling down the hill.
All it
Well,
was just that
the
Yeah, it was
main
just that
large
main
structure,
spot.
was
Yeah,
Exactly.
they've
the
added
whole
all that.
house.
And there was a porch on the front of it.
Not too
There was a
big at
porch
first,
on the front.
but then they built the porch on the front. And then, sad but true, folks used to ride through town to see what new they'd added to the porch.
Who are you talking about? You're talking about
The Lomans.
the Lomans? Oh, well, I remember that somebody wanted, when Potts bought it, didn't he want Lloyd Welch to pull the porch off? And Lloyd wouldn't do it just as a matter of principle because he said there ought to be a porch there.
Yeah.
Well, there wasn't at first. Helen, I think, had that porch built.
Uh-huh.
She tried at one stage as she got older to fix it up a little. He did some painting because it
You
lacked.
know why they took so many porches off of the houses? I think this is interesting.
Why?
Well,
Why?
because I thought it was terrible, you know, I
Yeah.
love the porches. Well, the upkeep,
Yeah, because they
you
were
know, they
rotting.
start going down and
Sure.
then they pull them off.
Sure, sure.
And the fact that with so much extra traffic, people didn't enjoy sitting on the front porch like they used to in the old horse and buggy
Right,
days.
right.
I've been told that too.
Mm-hmm.
Think of the traffic today.
Okay, this is where the Moores live.
Yeah, that was Henrietta Douglas's house.
But
Yeah.
it was the Kemper house as I knew it.
Uh-huh.
And down in back, Mr. Kemper had a machine shop. That little building down by
Yes,
the,
yeah, down by
creek.
the creek. But I don't know how he could work in that in the spring, because sometimes the water is right up through that.
I know it. Well, maybe it wasn't then. Maybe
Yeah.
before the dam went out, there
Oh,
was a
maybe.
difference.
Right,
Mm.
right,
There was quite a difference in the old days.
yeah. Now Henrietta lived here for a long, long time. She taught at the school.
Well,
when
I
came
think
here.
she came around her before World War II,
Mm-hmm.
because I know that Betty, who was married to a service officer, and she stayed there quite a while.
Now, my
Right.
first remember of that was Better. Vedders.
Vedders. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's before my time.
No, but that's reasonable.
Sure,
That
that's
was
what
in-
they want.
Okay, this is where I live now. And
It used to
Do
be
you
the
know-
Birdsall house.
Do you know
It
anyone
was-
there before your brother lived there?
Dorflinger, we bought the store from Dorflingers.
this one here, yeah, Lloyd Welch gave me a whole list of people who lived there. And according to him, this house was built by Mr. Ring for a Mr. Clapper.
Oh,
And
that's,
Clapper, and this was because it's on the map from 1858.
Well, that would be your grandfather, wouldn't it, Mary?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think, yeah, it'd be Mary's grandfather. And then, of course, Birdsall lived there a long time, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
well,
That's the one I
but
remember.
Yeah.
Dorflinger was before Birdsall, of
Uh-huh.
course.
Yeah.
And what, Mr. Birdsall was, I thought didn't he go to Ethiopia or something after World War II to help them with their agricultural
He
program?
had charge of something like that.
Yeah.
He had a big job in
Yeah.
the state agricultural department,
Mhm.
and he went there to
Right,
use some of
yeah,
his
we
training.
bought it from his son when Mr. Birdsall died.
Right.
And he used to wash his big car when it rained.
Well, that makes a
He
lot
never,
of
he
sense.
never did it except when it poured rain. He would go out and he'd wash his car and the rain was
Well, it
washing
was
out.
well
It was
rinsed.
beautiful.
That's right.
Yes,
Okay, now this is the barn behind my house.
that used to be a saloon.
Yes, that was the saloon.
Yeah.
And over
Before
on
my
the,
time.
over on the side over there, there's a black board
don't
that
remember
had
that.
saloon just outlined on
Because
it.
I don't remember.
Well,
Oh,
this
no.
was a long time ago.
Long
This
time
had to be
ago.
back in the 1800s.
Yeah.
But as far as I know,
I never knew that.
the it's the only saloon that in town, I guess.
The only one they ever allowed.
Well,
Yeah.
They sold, they had a bar at my place.
Oh, did they?
Before Prohibition.
Uh-huh.
In fact, everything was still there when Mother bought it.
Mm-hmm.
She sold the mirror that went behind it. People wanted to reopen after the end of Prohibition, but she said we were little girls and she wasn't gonna have a bar there with us growing up.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now this is where Toby Arnold lives, and this is
And they
actually
certainly fixed that up.
part of the Arnold farm and was a tenant
Well,
house.
it was the mill house,
Uh-huh.
technically. That's what it was always called,
Okay.
because it was backed by the mill,
Mhm.
and usually some of Arnold's help lived there.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember when Ham had that mill.
Ham had the mill?
Ham,
Okay, all right, tell me what these mills were now.
cider mill.
Well, I know that, the one on the right is a cider mill because the big wooden thing is still in there.
Yeah.
But what did they use the one on the left for?
Lumber.
That
wasn't-
must have been the grist mill, because there was a grist
Yeah.
mill, a cider mill, and a sawmill.
Oh, okay, okay. And it was down back that the mill ditch ran.
And the big wheel is,
Right
the wheel
behind
still there?
The mill ditch was
Gone.
put in
I think
to
it's-
feed the water
Down
for the
behind,
mill.
behind
Yeah.
all the houses in town.
For
Right.
power.
Mm-hmm. And this is the sawmill part
That's
of
the
it.
sawmill.
And then the mill ditch, after it empowered all of those mills, dumped out into the
Is that a
stream
little
right
horse
down
or
in
That's
there.
right,
Mhm.
that's right.
Little calf?
I can remember, I can remember two things, maybe I shouldn't tell you, but I
Go ahead.
felt, was a narrow track, about maybe a yard, but I doubt quite that, and a heavy cart that rolled on it to move the logs down to where they needed them in the mill.
Mm-hmm.
And we kids, when we were 6, 7, 8 years old, played down there because Phyllis was our age.
Phyllis Arnold.
And I can remember slipping and getting caught under it. Not that I was under the wheels,
Yeah.
but in between. And they had to get somebody in the family older to move it a little so I could get out, because when it hit my head area, I couldn't move my head.
Oh my,
Well, that
that's
must have been
scary.
Well, I remember going over to the apple bin and getting
Oh.
apples.
Oh, in the at the
Oh,
cider
well,
mill.
that's my other story, not about getting apples, but the apple bin was on the end of the cider mill, the upper end, and they'd come in with horses and wagons, originally trucks later,
Right.
and dump the apples in this bin, and it had a sloping floor, and it would be quite full, but there was a chute down at the bottom. There was a trap door, you might say, that he could open. And we kids, after school, loved to go over there and climb in and play on those apples because they rolled
Sure.
around. And when I think of all the sanitary health rules today, I often wonder that...
And you were walking around on those
Yeah,
apples.
sure.
I always
And
think
they
of the
never-
apples and the worms, and that we used to go over, we went over to eat, you know, go
That
out
made
and-
it-
Sure.
Cider, much better.
Playing in the,
than
that was like these things
All
that they
that
have for the
protein.
little
That's
kids
right.
with all the balls in it that
Yeah.
they get in and.
Yep. Oh, it was great fun.
Well, we used to always I used to bring a quart jar down. And when he got ready to go back from school, you'd go over and Hubie would take this hose that he had, he'd go like that and
Yeah.
get it started, and
Yeah.
fill that quart jar of
Siphon it.
cider
Yeah.
so that you could take it home. And there's nothing ever tasted as good as his sweet cider.
Of course not. Of course
Had lots of stuff in the bottom, you know, had lots
Yeah.
of mother in the bottom of it, but it was delicious.
And it went hard pretty quick too.
Oh, I'm sure it did. Yeah, it didn't last that long, Doris.
This is where Vi Johnson lives now.
Yeah, she's been there a long time.
Yeah.
Do you remember anybody there before Hoagle's had it?
Didn't,
No.
I thought
remember
that
Hoagle's.
Joyce Clapper's mother's family lived there.
I
That-
don't know.
Oh, Joyce's mother?
Joyce's,
No, I don't think Idleman's ever lived there.
I thought they lived there.
No.
Idleman's lived in the
Idleman's-
store.
Oh, as far as I
Idleman's
remember,
lived in the
Hoagle's-
store, at the
Oh.
store.
But
Okay.
I don't think they ever lived there unless it was when Edith was a little child or something.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
I
but you
never
have no
remember
recollection
that.
of it? No.
Right, now now Mr. Katner lives here. I always felt badly that they took that other big window out of the front.
And there was 2 windows this
Um,
time.
Yeah.
That
Big
was the
long
That was
post
where the
office.
post office was.
That was
I
the
was
post
gonna say, the
office?
When
post
I-
office was
Right
there.
Oh,
there.
is this the one they talked about? There was a robbery one time or something?
I don't
Oh,
know
I guess
about that.
I don't remember that. But in those days, old Norm Miller, wasn't it? Had a
Yeah.
cart, and he took the mail from the post office up to the trolley station.
Uh-huh.
Wheelbarrow.
Right.
And then when they unload some from the,
He was
Trolleys.
killed on the road.
He
Was
he
was
was
killed
killed
on the-
walking on the road with his
with the
cart.
cart, with the
Yeah.
mail cart?
The cart was about this wide and about this long, and
Uh-huh.
it had a handle and 2 big wheels and a couple little ones, I think, up front for
Right.
when he wasn't pushing to rest on.
I think there's an old picture around
There
somewhere.
is, it's in the book.
I think there is, yeah.
That poster's mistress's name was Harder.
Harder?
Yeah.
Lily
Yeah,
Hard.
Lillian Harder.
Lillian
And
Harder?
she used to give me a dime to deliver
A special delivery?
special delivery
Well, Sarah, you were a
letters.
postal employee.
Sure.
Mary, you better apply for a pension.
Yeah, try it and see.
Yeah, let's try it.
And there was a
Mr.
porch on that
That was
house.
a door, you
Yes,
should
yeah,
have
there
that
was a
back
porch
door if you
across
wanted
the
to
whole
get
front
any
of
mail.
that.
Well, there was
Yeah,
a
a narrow
porch
one.
porch on the front
Mrs.
of my
Harder
house
always
too.
gave me the mail.
Now that I don't remember.
Yeah, well, I know that there was a porch on the front of mine from the movies taken in the schoolyard
Yes.
when Alan Arnold and
Yeah,
that
they
age
were-
people were
Those
sliding
were
down.
taken in the late 20s, those
Yeah.
movies were taken.
Right, and there were porches all across the front of my house.
Mr. Hogel was Mrs. Harder's stepson,
Uh-huh.
as I understood it. I
Who?
know, Mr. Hogel.
These two houses
I never knew that.
There
look
was
to
a
me,
relationship. He and George Harder were half brothers or something of the sort. George was her
these two
son.
houses look like they were built. This
Oh,
one
yeah, George had
and
a
this
son.
one look
He
like
must
they
be
were
dead
built
now, isn't he?
Yeah.
about the same time. I don't know who built them, but don't they look like they were built about the same time?
This one, yeah, see that?
Because that's where Tammy Rouse
Tammy
lives.
Rouse.
Looks almost like it.
But
doesn't
that
it?
Yeah.
addition on the side was added.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Well, it would be the same with the other one because
Yeah,
Let me
the
see if I
garage
can
was
reverse
added
it
the
here.
same way.
see that
They
see
were
how
This one used to have a porch, and
simple.
I used to go to that back door to see, have her get me the mail.
Uh-huh.
No matter what time it was, you'd go ask Mrs. Harder, she'd go see if he had any mail.
didn't care. They
She was
didn't
a
have
sweet
regular
girl.
She
hours.
was.
Yeah.
You know, we never thought a thing about it. She just did it natural as
Yeah,
could
sure.
be.
Okay, now this is where Sandy Connors lived.
Yeah, this had a nice porch on it, but took it
That
off.
was
Yeah.
the Skemahorn
So
place.
many
Right.
did.
Yeah, and then this, of
Irish
course had the other
Skemahorns.
apartment on the other side, but I guess she uses that as part of the house now.
When I came, Ira Skimmerhorn was still living there, and he had that shop in the back that he
Oh, but before that, he had a traveling grocery
Yeah,
truck.
we did have his traveling grocery
He
too
had
at
a
the
traveling
same time.
grocery truck and a little store in the very back room in the house.
Oh,
In
really?
part of what's now the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
I particularly remember because when the snow, he drove mostly the country roads over around Malden, Old Chatham,
Mm-hmm.
that area, maybe down Chatham Center Way some too, but, and delivered to farmers and such. He had a well-stocked truck,
He did.
but in the
I
winter.
think there's a picture of that too, isn't
Yes.
it?
In the winter, when he couldn't get around, he hired my father and he would take orders from the people by phone.
Mm-hmm.
And then Daddy, with his horses and sleigh,
Right.
would deliver them. I would go with him because
Mhm.
he knew where they
Right,
went.
right. Well, he had this barn off here to the left of the house, and when I came, he was still fixing lawnmowers
That's right.
and
Yes.
motors
Right.
and all kinds of
Yeah.
things in there.
Yeah.
And he used to make his own bleach and sell that.
He made his own bleach.
Bleach and sell that.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I never heard that.
Because that's sort of a chemical kind of thing that you would be concerned about.
Made it,
Whoa.
put it in whatever he had to put it in and sold it.
It's a soda bottle or anything, right?
I
Well,
can
no, it
remember
wasn't
when he
soda
had a-
bottle, but it was the old vinegar bottle, you
Yeah.
know.
when he had a broken knee, and my father gave him skunk oil
Yeah,
to
I
rub on
remember
it.
having black skunk oil from your
And it
father.
helped.
It works too.
He broke his knee at a baseball game.
Okay,
We
now
always-
you're
we
gonna have
always-
to pronounce this? He
Mrs.
always played
Tamaya's.
baseball?
We always had a 4th of July baseball game,
Uh-huh.
and he
And
was
that's-
on the team, and he broke it at one of those.
Those new trees are doing nice, aren't they?
Yeah, great.
Now, this is Tamai's live here now.
Yeah, but it was the Farrington place.
Right.
I don't know of anybody before that,
No,
I
man.
don't either.
but there were, supposedly, that house, or the basement, they housed runaway slaves.
Oh, really?
Part of, I don't know, if it's part of the Underground Railroad idea, or whether it was just a kindness to.
Well, there's,
That one in the Jordan house and where I am now.
And
I
what
heard
else?
that about the place
Where I
across
am
from
now.
me. I heard that when we get to the other one across from me, I heard about that. But they do have a complete kitchen in the basement.
Oh, it's
of
beautiful.
Well,
this
I
Jim
house.
live-
Temple put that in.
Temples
Yeah.
lived there more than they did
The
anywhere else in
fireplace,
the house.
there was a fireplace
Right.
there from way back,
Mhm.
but Jim Temple put the.
Right. No, it's a beautiful downstairs kitchen. The only trouble is getting the groceries done up and downstairs. All right, these are the apartments next door, and I remember when Jordans lived there.
Sylvester Bain owned it when we were little.
Uh-huh.
And there was a post office in this
Yeah, the
end
post office
too.
this side.
Well,
Traders.
Mr.
Well,
In
Mr.
which
Jordan
side?
had it too, or
In the
Mrs.
left-hand
Jordan.
side, he's
Yeah.
talking about the left-hand
Oh,
side.
well, when Jordan had it, the post office was,
Oh, well,
On
this
the
was
right-hand
before
side.
that.
yeah, I know. Well, that was, who did it? I can't think of the
Jordan
name.
had the post
Travers.
office.
That's what I just said.
Oh, I didn't hear you say the name. People named Travers.
And they
owned
had
the
a post
house at
office
one
too?
time. That was before my time,
Uh-huh.
but mother was a good friend of one of the daughters, and that's why
Oh, isn't that great?
Okay, now this is the church barn that was moved down just last year.
Smash it
To
up.
me,
So
it
smart
looked
that
so
they did that
natural
with it.
there, because we had a bigger barn, of course, that stood in similar position, not quite, that burned,
I remember when that happened.
Yeah.
Not quite as far out as this is.
right. Wasn't quite as far out, and it was
No.
much larger, but
Well, I'm
somehow just having a barn sitting there
I'm sure that
made
by
it
the,
seem like home to
by
me.
the time it's finished, it will be lovely.
Right,
Okay, now this is where Larry and Pat Cavanero live,
Right.
and this is where you grew up, Jane.
I grew up there,
That was the same
my
place.
family moved there when I was 4 and a half.
I love those porches. I
And
thought that was a
I lived there until I was
All the way
78.
around, upstairs too.
No.
Originally.
70,
I always thought that was.
71. But
And this had, originally this had
originally it
upstairs.
had a porch
Oh,
all the
oh,
way
oh.
across the front and down both sides.
Yeah,
Upstairs too,
upstairs, yeah.
originally, upstairs too.
Beg pardon? Oh,
Originally.
well, I haven't gotten to that yet.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, no, that's all right. My father eventually took the porch on the left side off because of upkeep.
right.
But there, when we moved there, there was an upstairs porch also. And that,
How did you
Was-
get, how
was-
did you get out on the upstairs porch?
through what's now windows in
Oh,
the
I see,
center.
okay.
And we kids loved it, but it was rickety.
Mhm.
And so mother was concerned about it, and she had it taken off, and when she did, they discovered up under the eaves trim that indicated there never had been an upstairs porch at one time. And by the same token, the Cavalieros discovered, the railing on that upstairs porch we put on the downstairs porch. Originally were steps all the way around. But the Cavalieros discovered, by way of an architect who goes into old homes, I mean, that originally there was something similar, who knows exactly what,
Right.
to what they have now. They could tell by the structure that originally there hadn't been a downstairs porch either.
Right. And this was the hotel.
That was the hotel, and the bar room that I spoke of, you went in the south door, which went into our business room, and that was Mr. Harvey, who mother bought it from. That was his office.
They had
The
a
room in-
daughter,
Huh?
They had a daughter, Carrie Harvey, which was a school teacher.
Who?
Carrie Harvey.
Carrie Harvey. She's-
Oh, Carrie Harvey, yes.
Where did
yeah.
she teach school, Edith? Did she teach in the little school?
Oh, I didn't know she taught here. She was married in our living room, which was on the left. But the room behind, what we used as a kitchen in the front part of the house was the old bar room.
Uh-huh, yeah.
And the bar was there, the mirror was there in back of it, the drainage thing in the cellar where they put it, or I wouldn't say drainage, where they put a keg of
Yeah.
beer and then they pump it out,
Right,
was
right.
downstairs and all that, right?
That's
No,
what,
we first ran it, like nowadays you call a bed and breakfast. We called it Elm Tree Inn. I still had a sign for a long time that said that. And then we rented 2 apartments and didn't take tenants. And then we started selling ice cream and candy and soda and cigarettes. And then in the early 40s, Mother became an invalid and I just went on with that. I also started carrying newspapers and the Courier and a few gift items and stuff, but nothing big.
But this was a gathering place for the kids to play cards and stuff,
Oh, yeah.
right?
They used to come, and if there was a ball game, they'd all come after the ball game and sit around on the porch and hash over the game, and all year round. They'd come in the winter and ordinary cool weather. They'd come inside. Somebody usually could play the piano, and sometimes they'd play and sing. We usually had at least one card game going, Pinochle or 500, not kids' games really. And they were interested. They played. My father played with them. He was much older, obviously. And you take Jack Ring, Al Arnold, all that age group.
Right.
They spent all their time here. At one time, the Light Boys had company from Maine, and they yelled to the mother, "We're going over to the hotel." And their aunt shuddered. Having boys going to the hotel, that would be awful.
Right.
So Mrs. Light had to explain that it wasn't the usual place. And Mother was strict. On Sunday nights, they couldn't play cards. They should go to church, but if they didn't, they certainly weren't going to be at our house playing cards. They could come if they wanted to. And a lot of the kids would come in and say, "I got to be home by 10 o'clock. So when it got to be just about 10, I'd remind them, off they go. It was very informal, but I was second mother kind of.
Okay, now this is Mary Suarez's house, and I've been hearing about the house that was next to that on the south
I was
side.
gonna mention that.
Yeah.
Yours. The Kingman house.
Right.
It's called. And it was perfect. It was in perfect shape when it was taken down.
Right.
Mr. Howell bought this house, and then when Miss Kingman died, he bought that house because they were alongside of each other and long houses, and he couldn't see as much as he'd like to out of his windows. And he could afford it, so we had it
Just
torn
wanted the
down.
privacy.
And it was such a
Yeah.
shame because it was a good
Yeah.
house.
But now the old pictures that I see, this was some kind of a carriage factory?
Originally, it was a carriage
Carriage
shop.
shop.
Dudley Walker, was it Dudley who ran it, Edith, do you know, or,
I don't know.
but Dudley Walker was involved in it.
Uh-huh.
I think
Okay.
you gotta go back to Jane's house because that's where the first post office was in 1826,
Oh, okay.
Where?
at your house.
Wait a minute.
Wait.
Oh,
Do
my
you want to
house?
go all the way back to number one?
Yeah.
No, I want to
no.
go back to,
Okay.
I'm just going reverse a couple.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going, I thought
No.
Jane's house was the first one.
No,
No,
not first one, the
this
other
one here. Wait a minute, I'm going back and forth. Something's
Yeah, you
catching
gotta go back
me.
What
another one.
difference is
No,
you're
that's
telling me?
crossing, yeah.
I never heard that.
Oh,
Yeah.
there.
That's in the books.
Yeah,
This was the
What date
first
did
That
you
was
post,
say?
1826.
1826.
the
He
first
had,
post office?
yeah, and it was a side door, and they came in on the, well, I don't know about that so much now, but he just had a big easy chair and a small little bench, and that was his post
That's-
office.
that's
He
it,
sat there
yes.
with his feet up.
Well, just the same as you do now.
You're surely I don't have to put my feet.
Yeah,
Okay, this is,
1826, yeah.
that was
This
the
is-
Cum house in my day.
this house here?
Mrs. Cum and Mrs. Howell were sister and brother.
I see, so they
And
live
they're
next.
sisters, I mean, they're
Yeah,
two
live
women.
next
And
door.
Mr. Howell owned that place too, but it was always called the Cum house.
Mhm.
And the Cums came every summer. They worked in New York, I believe, until he retired. And several of their children, as they grew up, came. And Mother used to serve dinner for them. The Howells ordinarily had a housekeeper who did cooking too, but for 2 or 3 years, for some reason, they couldn't get one. So we served dinner to the Howells at night.
And there was a
And-
porch all the way
Yeah,
around.
it's a good
And
nice porch
the
on it,
Cums
yeah.
came too, where they were invited too, so we fed anywhere from 3 to 10 or 12. But Mr. Howell always ordered Mother to serve dessert, even for the little children, and then he'd eat an extra portion.
So now did the porch go down this north side too?
Yes.
It came across
All the way
and
around.
down.
Oh, okay.
It had a round sort, it wasn't just a flat porch, it was
Yeah.
kind of a
Now,
round
then I
porch.
remember when Smith lived there,
This,
George Smith lived
this
there.
house replaced
The
the
big old,
the big old Victorian house. It was
Right.
Oh,
beautiful.
that always hurt my feelings when that went up,
I
because
know.
I
Yes.
love the old
I
it,
did
it
too.
didn't fit the rest of the
Yeah.
community somehow.
I remember when that house burned, and it's a wonder. It's a wonder they got out of
Oh,
there.
it was beautiful.
Well, everything was perfectly all right when I left there at 6 o'clock, across the road. There wasn't a sign of anything anywhere.
Had to be something up in the attic.
It
Yeah,
was in the
it was
attic.
in the attic.
He'd been doing some rewiring up
Oh,
there.
is that it?
That is my house.
Yes.
That's the story.
But we're
as I've heard
talking
it.
about the house that used to be there and how it burned. But
I'm sorry. Many a night I spent in that
I'm
old
sorry, I
Victorian
went to sit out of the way
house
and look at it.
with the
Do
Flanders.
Babysit or what?
No, the Flanders were,
Flanders,
Marion Flanders
Yeah.
and I, we were pally.
That's
Remember,
right.
she was interested in the occult.
Yes.
the occult, really?
That we think of still as Harold Grove's house, but
Yes.
I can remember
Kel's
when Miss
store.
Thorpe and Mrs. Miller lived there. They were 2 old sisters. And even though it was in the
There were
20s,
three. There were 3 old
well, there
sisters.
were 2 in my time. They wore long black skirts, black almost completely, sometimes white blouses. And they sat out on the front porch. There was a front porch there too. They sat rocking and fanning themselves. I can remember so well. And we'd always yell hello to them.
But that's
Well,
a side, that's a side
This
of
is
the
a
house.
side view,
Yeah, this is
yes.
side
This
view.
is not
This is side
from, this
view,
is not
right.
from the road. Well, wasn't this a gas station at
Then
one
I
time?
was-
Time was
Mrs.
this was a
Kel's,
store on this
When the
side.
Kells lived there, they had a gas station and a little ice cream store still
Uh-huh.
there. Right.
Because there were a bunch of gas stations in town at one
Yeah,
point.
Mr. Gundrum, of course,
Yeah.
we'll get to that.
Yeah. Okay, this is, I'm getting
It's
lost.
Hollericks now.
This is where Ruth Hollerick lives.
But we
And-
think of it as a Welch house.
Yes, we do,
Yeah.
we think of it, and
Before
I,
Welch's, it was Brooks. Maud Brooks is, that family.
Oh, was that where Maud lived?
Mhm.
I always heard my sister speak about Maud Brooks, but I never knew her.
Mhm.
and this is a situation where that porch is still on there,
Yes, I
Right.
thought about that.
but they took the big windows out. Remember those beautiful big windows that
Yes.
almost to the
Oh,
floor?
the long windows, yes.
Yes, yes.
They took them right out.
But this also has the gingerbread left around the peak too.
Around the roof, yes, these.
Okay, this is Scryjack's house, and
Isn't
when
that
I
pretty?
came, Mrs. Kemper.
Kemper lived there, yeah.
Mhm.
Nichols before that.
Yeah, Alice Nichols.
Alice Nichols lived there?
No, not
No,
Alice.
not Alice,
Oh, Florence Kemper.
Florence Kemper.
Florence, who
Florence
married
Nichols.
Kemper.
Oh, okay.
And
Oh,
then
she
he
was a
moved.
Nichols.
And I think some of my relatives, the Johnsons, lived there
You
before
think they lived
that.
there? Yeah.
I have a picture of an auction taking place in front of this house.
Really?
And that was And there's a picture, Arthur Scott and I stood right beside, it was quite a crowd, but
Uh-huh.
I can recognize it's an old picture.
Well, I'm sure Arthur Scott was there for a bargain.
Either that or he already owned it.
Yeah, he probably did.
And that to us was the Steenberg
Yeah.
house.
This one here, yes.
Bird, yeah.
Mr.
I'm trying to
Steenberg was
remember.
the sexton at the church.
Uh-huh. This is where Chris Linden lives now.
Right.
And the Hoppensbergers
And then
lived in that.
Hoppensberger's.
Hospiceburgers
eventually.
raised 8 children in that house.
I don't remember Steenberg. I
Yeah,
remember another lady
Well,
living
the
in
Steenberg was
Down they
before
got a
you
house you
came
could
around quite a
set the
while.
village in, so.
But Mr. and Mrs. Steenberg, Gussie, what was Albert
Albert
Steenberg?
Steenberg.
He also was killed walking in the road going to the post office.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Wow, bad mortality rate walking down the street.
They had
No.
four.
And that was when there wasn't much traffic.
They were all in Rome in some sort of.
They were cousins, weren't they? That's what they said, that's why.
They always had
But
a
that's not
swing
really
out
true.
on the side,
Today we know that better.
one of the old two-seaters, you know.
Oh, yeah, yep, yep. Mhm.
Yeah, that was Nick
This is-
Walker's place.
Okay, that's who I remember. I remember the Walters. And this house looks to me like it should have had more porches too, but I don't know.
I don't remember anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe
The
that
enclosed-
porch wasn't.
That enclosed porch was
wasn't
an open
enclosed.
porch.
Oh, okay.
But I remember when there was a family of
Miller.
Millers that lived there
What
before
name?
Walters. Miller.
Yeah.
That's what I said, Andrew Miller.
Yeah.
Yes.
He used to live up
anybody
on the
else,
back
Mary?
road. He raised pheasants.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
Here's the church, and Mary's grandfather built the church. And what year was that? You all better know that.
1867.
There,
It was
18
finished.
It was finished
We
in
started
18
in the fall of 1865.
It was started in the fall of '65 and finished, and then he was married in it, right?
Yeah, right after
Wonder
right
how many
after
workers-
service.
How many workmen
didn't
did
seem
he have,
like-
Mary?
Hmm?
Wonder how many workmen he had to work with it.
I don't know.
It looks
Oh.
like such a big building,
I
doesn't
think
it?
Took him
my
a long time to
grandfather
build
was
it.
in
You think
Yeah.
he wasn't anxious to get married or something, Mary?
Well,
I don't know.
well, it would take a time, it was all hand.
I know. Building
Picture
something
of it.
that.
That's a mess.
Yeah.
Just
Isn't
I
that
guess he
nice?
was. Wasn't in a rush.
Really,
Well-
all our social life revolved around the church.
Mhm.
We have all kinds of
There wasn't
parties.
any other life to have.
It was wonderful. I'm the oldest member. I mean, I've been a member for the longest time.
And this is the parsonage. You probably all remember different ministers being there.
Oh,
Yeah, I
yes.
remember Mr. Williams.
And originally, the porch was a typical front porch, the whole distance
I don't
from,
remember that.
from the jutting area
Uh-huh.
to the end of the
Uh-huh.
buildings.
What, to go all the way around, all the way across the
No,
front?
just
Oh, I see what you mean, yeah.
from here to here.
I see, yeah, I don't remember that.
I don't
In
either.
fact,
I
one
really
of
don't.
our early auctions, originally, we had no tents for the auction.
Mhm.
And at the time of one of our early ones, probably the 8th or 10th, you know,
Mhm.
not too recently, but not the first.
See, that's,
We
you
had
never
a
see again.
very
See all the
strong
houses, you
east
never
wind.
see 'em again.
Uh-huh. East wind?
East,
Wow.
very strong.
Gone.
And cloudy, we thought it was gonna rain any
Well,
minute.
no, it's-
but
it's
because the
sign of
wind was
time.
so
You can't
strong,
do
they
that.
couldn't
You can't
hardly
handle it.
set them up in front of the
That's
church,
right.
which they had always done.
Well,
So
I'd
they
like to
backed
have
a
it,
Dorn's
but I don't
truck
know.
against the end of the building
Mhm.
and seated the people in the front, and the
I'm
auctioneer
working
worked
on it,
from
but
that
that don't mean
porch,
we're gonna
I
get it
speak
there.
of,
We're gonna have
to
one
sell.
anyway, so
Otherwise,
somewhere
they
that's
couldn't have had
close.
it. And the very next day, we heard on the radio that all day, that Saturday, all day, it had poured rain on the other side of the river.
There you go.
But here, it started to rain about 5 or 6 o'clock at night.
Good
The
luck.
Lord was with us.
Right. Now here's the Arnold house on the corner. And Hubert and Mary lived in this house when I arrived in town.
Of course,
And
it was a Russell
That
house.
was- yeah.
Yeah,
Russell, Russell before that.
Right.
Okay. And did the Russells have a farm too?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
We used to buy cottage cheese there
From the Russell
from
farm?
the Russells.
Aha, okay. Now, were they related to Sarah Russell at
Oh.
the store?
No,
Sarah's
no,
husband
Sarah
was one of the Russell boys.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
She
Oh,
married Willis.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I knew.
There was Willis and Robert, or Robbie
Mhm.
they called him.
How old do you think this house is? I have no idea when it was built.
It's an old one, but I don't know how old. I never,
And as of now, there is no farming being done except for some field farming, but there aren't
Right.
any cows.
just enough to call it a farm.
Okay. Now tell me, this up in the back of here is where the creek was, and talk about a little bit about the dam.
the dam was behind the barns,
Mhm.
sort of. And the creek
Down around the
circled
corner,
around
yeah.
back there.
And so
Well,
then,
that made a good swimming place for one thing for all of us. It was probably 3.5 feet deep by the dam, and I learned to shallow dive there, and I never did learn any other way to dive.
and
but-
then where the dam was is where the mill run started down behind all the houses and came down
That's
by
why
the
Hubert
mills.
built the dam, so that the mill ditch would, or
Right.
maybe somebody built it before Hubert, I'm not sure. But
I think it was there before Hubert,
I
don't
think
you?
it was,
Yeah,
yes.
because if somebody else had the mill before he did, they
Yes.
needed the power.
Yeah, right.
The creek was deep enough at that time for boating, canoeing,
Mhm.
anywheres from up to back of where the Caballeros live now,
Mhm.
and
Up by the part of the thruway.
back,
Well,
yes.
It was
yes.
deep enough that we had the ice up there and it was 12 inches or more thick.
Really?
Oh,
We had the
yeah.
ice house, yeah,
Back
Oh,
of your
that's
place,
right,
they
yeah.
used to cut
the ice.
ice.
Mhm.
We had the ice house there.
And up back of Mary Danier's house, where the old trolley line used to be, because there's a place they called the Deep Hole.
Yeah.
Didn't they, Mary?
People, yeah.
Deep Hole.
Mhm.
That was very deep there.
But then you also told me, Edith told me about the fellow drowning.
Yes, my little cousin was 5 years old, and it's by the bridge,
Right by the bridge he died.
right there
They
by
brought
the,
him in
there,
my house and put him on the bed.
there was one hole there that never froze, and there were some boys down at the other end skating, and he wanted to get to them, so he went over there. And he was the only one that ever drowned in that creek. I can remember it. I was just 5 years old. I
Sure,
remember
that
it
would
so
impress you
well.
greatly.
Oh, that was awful.
So that was in 1905.
1905, when Edith was 5
And,
years
and,
old.
Yes.
yes, and of course, your brother always said that he felt that he could have gone down, because he remembered seeing him down there. But there was somebody else, in fact, the boy's father went in and tried to save him, but he caught, there was a bush just beyond the bridge, and that's where he caught, they got him there, but
They couldn't chop it out fast
no, there
enough to
was
get him out.
nothing they could
No, it was
do.
too deep, too thick.
No.
Okay, now this is where the store was, and this was Sarah Russell's store when I arrived.
And gas
in town.
station.
And
Yeah.
a gas station, right. In fact, those gas tanks haven't been out very long.
Sarah was a mill hand.
She was a mill hand.
Yeah.
And I can remember that my kids got penny candy, that was, and those candy cigarettes. It's a wonder there aren't more smokers. And Sarah always had a dog, and she wouldn't come to church because we didn't welcome her dog.
Didn't he grab your father's pants or something once,
Yeah, I
Mary,
guess
the
he
dog?
The dog went after your father, really?
He gave his shoe or ankle or
Yeah.
whatever.
And Sarah was married to Popins, of Albert Popins, who lived on the Chatham Center Road, just beyond Jane, down
Uh-huh.
to Chatham Center, that big home.
Right. All right,
This
now,
is mine.
this is Alberta's home where she grew up, right?
Well, I was born there.
You were born in that house. And now, on the other side, to the right of the house, is where your father had his store. And it was right next to the creek.
It burned in 1922 and my dad died in 1923. It was just more than he could take. Because he spent his whole lifetime building up his business.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I remember it so
You
well.
know,
I
and he had the
remember that
feed,
fire.
seed, ice house, you name it, we had
Yeah,
everything.
I remember the cans popping, they
That-
were so
that was
hot, popping right over the road, you know.
Mhm.
It was,
Daddy talked about that.
We
what
walked-
year was that?
1922.
Well, I should have remembered it. I was 22 years old.
There you go.
Yeah, I remember waking up in our bed, we slept downstairs and the windows were cracking and it was one massive flame. You could see
Oh,
this
and you know the,
horrible, of course the house caught on fire.
I was gonna say it was
Bill
pretty close to
Valentine
the
and
house.
some of them were the only ones to save the house with pails of water from the creek.
It's a good thing it happened in the summertime, and they wouldn't have been able to save it.
Well, it
But
wasn't
the creek was
summertime
ice.
either, I don't remember, it was in the fall, was it Edith? Do you remember?
Because you
It
said
in the fall
that,
'cause it was cold.
you said that they cut ice off of the creek in order to sell.
Yeah, but the ice was always, we had a big ice house up back
Mm-hmm.
and they always filled that in the fall.
Mm-hmm.
What
think-
I love about the store is he had a building back there. He had a lot of lumber, you know, and we were skating on the creek, and we in winter, and we build a fire, you know, and we go over and get some of his.
Why, I tell you, that ice house took care of all the bonfires for years.
Mr. Ring made us pay him for it.
There you go.
That made quite an impression.
All right, and here's the North Chatham Cemetery. And when you talked about the combs before, one of the vaults up there
No.
is the comb vault.
Yeah, that whole thing is the new part of the cemetery. And my father, with his horse and wagon, drew all the stones that went in the mausoleum, or the,
Really?
Yeah. you know,
Did he build that mausoleum?
he did,
Dad.
Mr. Ring built it, didn't he? Yeah,
Did he
Chris
build it?
Kirchnacher worked for him, and I don't remember who
It's,
else.
it's
Mary,
really nice.
Your father built that mirror?
There's a stone that has a shoe print
Oh,
in the
yeah.
front of it.
Right,
And they said they got that from the wall across the street, a stone wall. They got that stone. That's, I remember that. Do you ever remember hearing that?
I think all those stones came from stone wall fences and that type
Sure.
of
But
thing.
that was right
Yeah.
in front.
Yeah,
They
it's
put
right
it
there
in
now.
front.
It's there.
Mhm.
You can see it. You go up there and look. You know where to look.
Okay, now we're going to start back down the street near James, and this is the Steimer house.
Originally,
Holiday.
in my time, the Halliday House.
Okay, well,
Mary Steimer's was a Halliday.
Halliday,
That's
right.
right.
Uh-huh.
I've slept in that house too.
But my great-grandfather apparently owned it at one time because it was struck by lightning and it burned all the barns. They were very close together. And when he rebuilt, he scattered them around more
Mhm.
because then he felt it couldn't spread
What
from one.
grandfather name?
Weaver, I believe. I'm not sure.
I never.
But
heard
I
that.
know, no, that, a great-grandfather it would be. But my grandfather led horses up the street because they tend to go back into a burning building usually.
Right.
So he led them up the street to take them right away from there.
Well, the greatest thing I liked about Steimer is because they were still in business as a dairy farm when I moved here.
Oh, I love those cows.
And I love the fact that they closed down Route 203 twice a day, once in the morning to bring the cows in,
Yeah,
and those gates would go across and everybody would stop.
yeah.
You know?
And then
I have
after-
a picture.
Yeah.
I have a picture that Janet Clapper took. One of the last times she was up here before
Yeah,
Joyce
and
moved,
them taking the cows
of
across.
them taking the cows across the road.
Yeah.
You know?
Right there where they took the crowd, what I remember is the winters. We had winters in those days.
Sure.
When after the snowstorms would stop, well, the wind would start blowing. And I'll tell you, they had drifts, right, you know.
Mhm.
Oh,
Between there and Scotty's
Oh.
house.
Uh-huh, right.
really was something.
Yeah, so many people spoke about it later on because they missed, when they come in the office, they missed the cows.
Yeah,
They missed
yeah.
seeing the cows.
Right, and Mr. Goot lives here. This was a tenant house
This was the tenant house.
for the farm, for the
For the
Steimer's
farm,
farm.
right.
Mhm.
But Mary Steimer's lived there with her children while her parents were living.
Mhm. Well, when I came to town and my children were young, they used to take piano lessons
From
From-
Ronick.
from Mrs. Ronick, who lived there with her
Right.
husband.
Right.
And this is the Potts house. This is where
Doesn't
Gordon
that look pretty?
Holly
Yes.
Potts
Oh,
lived.
that was the Milham place, wasn't it,
Yes.
Yeah.
Edith?
And then Alice Nichols and Claude
Yeah,
lived there for a
yeah,
while.
Right
really?
after that, Birdsell was there. No, not Birdsell. Bird.
Bird.
Sam Bird.
I think Birds bought it from Alice and Claude when they built the house up near Mim,
And then Heine lived there. Jack Heine lived there for years.
right?
And then Potts bought it from Jack. didn't they?
I don't
think
know.
so.
Potts arrived in town
Put
just
your hand
shortly
away from
before
your
I
mouth
did.
And we'll all hear you better.
Right before I did,
It's
Potts
a habit
moved
you
to town.
have.
And this is the schoolhouse. Of course, I like it better red. And I don't know
Right.
what that German or Dutch thing
Well,
is
it
in the
never,
top.
it was
that's the
white
old
in my
bell.
day.
Was it
wasn't
really?
White
It
or
is Dutch.
gray.
Is it Dutch?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it means the schoolhouse.
Well, I thought they had spelled the first word backwards or mixed it up
No.
No.
and then really goofed up the second word.
Correct.
And so now
Well,
it's in
The little
apartments.
room, that was first 4 grades, was in that end,
Uh-huh.
and the big room, or the upper 4 grades, was in the north end.
That must have been built around about 1908 or something like that.
I was going to say, because mother quit going to school when that was started, because the schoolhouse had been up on the corner of
Well,
Stoner property.
Mhm, right.
And by that time, mother was about 13 and was keeping house for family because her parents had both died.
Mhm,
And she had to be able to go home and fix dinner.
mhm.
So she quit school because that would be too far to go. I know
Well,
it was
this-
built between 1900 and 1910. I didn't
Yeah.
know what year.
Well, it was still operating when I moved to town.
yeah.
You know,
Kathy went there to
39 years
school,
ago,
too.
yeah.
It always
Because-
smelled like apples.
What people don't realize is that these little country schools, you absorb so much more than you were taught in your class.
Mhm.
When we went in the big room, as we called it, all right, you'd be with fifth grade, sixth grade, seventh grade, but if the eighth grade recited, you heard them too, and if you absorbed it, and it reached a stage where they allowed us all to go to Glacier School and take Regents.
Mhm,
And if we passed them at the end of 7th grade, we skipped 8,
mhm.
which is what I did.
Right,
And that made,
right.
that made me finish high school and college younger than average.
Well, we had a big fuss when they decided they were gonna close it down.
Yeah,
And what they told us, because it was a choice as to whether your children went here, and there was still 2 classes in each room. And that, that isn't so long ago. And they told us that because there was only probably 15 to 20 children in each room, that our children were getting a better education than the ones down at the other school, so they had to shut this down to make it all equal. So then they did open it up again for kindergarten.
Yes.
For several years before they built the primary school.
well, when I went, I know within a few years there, we had 2 valedictorians and 3 salutatorians at least
Sure.
in either Glacier or Kinderhook High School.
Mhm.
We were so smart.
Oh, yes, oh, yes. Now, this, when I arrived in town, was a store.
Yeah,
Right.
Idleman store and Walker store.
Well, it was
Oh,
Winnie
and then
Lee when
Lee's
I
store.
got here.
Lee's
Winnie
store, yeah.
Lee.
Lee was the last
Oh,
one.
Yep, she bought the store, and I think her husband had died, and she was supporting her children with the
He
store.
died while she was there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I think
During,
I worked in that store.
you did?
My brother owned it,
Okay.
the store. Bought it
And-
from Dorflinger.
Uh-huh.
a dark
And,
under
uh,
ran
There was a gas pump and show windows.
Yes,
and
the show
Right.
windows were still
I'd
in
never
it.
know it. And of course, that was built on by Jesse Walker.
Uh-huh.
Built that.
No, Jesse
They
didn't.
bought it from us.
Jesse didn't build the house, Idlemans built the house.
She's talking about
sorry,
Idlemans bought,
but I know.
Idlemans bought it from them, and they lived in our upstairs apartment,
Mhm.
because
Just-
Dewey and Donnie used to play dominoes and what have you with us, or carom and
Fred
such.
used to work for
And
the club.
it was while they were living
Just
in our
awesome.
house that the Idlemans built the addition. And that was
I
probably
think you're wrong, but
in
Well,
the
the
late
Idlemans-
20s would be my guess.
Okay, the Idlemans, that would be Joyce
Joyce
Raymond
Clapper's
Clapper's
mother's
mother's
family.
family, yeah.
Mhm.
Now, did somebody have a traveling grocery store from here, or was it only Skinny? I thought there was.
Skidmore.
Oh, they used to go around and take orders and then deliver.
Deliver.
From here,
Oh,
from this
yeah,
store.
that's what we
Here.
did. We
Oh.
go up the street and take orders and then take them back, and in the afternoon we deliver them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, my dad did that too.
Yeah.
No, those store windows haven't been gone that long, Ada.
No, we
No.
always had a
Well, I
lot of
have
our,
pictures, of
Yeah,
course, of
yeah.
them.
Yeah.
you were always nice. They let us display all the 4-H stuff in those windows.
Okay, now this is where the Welches live, and they always told me that this was the place that was supposed to be on the Underground Railway too.
Well, this house was haunted too.
They say this was haunted. We don't
I
tell
don't
people
tell- I
that
don't
though.
tell.
I remember Monsieur. Monsieur.
Mulheron's
don't
owned
know.
it, and Aunt Jenny and Uncle Nelts lived there, rented it.
Was
I think,
Mulheron
one
the
year.
first one that I should remember, Edith?
Probably, because that's the one
Mulheron?
I do.
But that had porches
Monsieur.
too.
Mulheron? Yeah.
That had porches
Yeah.
across it too, right
Oh,
up, all the way
yes.
across the front. Was when, I'm sure
Yeah.
that they were on when I came.
The porches,
Yeah.
And the little
Yes.
stream ran right out the back of the door there. You could hear
Yeah.
the little stream at night.
Well, that came across the road and there was a ditch, but Webster Birdsell decided he didn't want the ditch, so he put some kind of tiles in there and covered the ditch up. But over here to the right of the house, there's also something that I think was a mill pond, because
Oh, yes.
there was a
That's
quite a
where I
place
learned to skate, what
right
little
on
I
that
did.
mill pond there. And so now when they did the highway, and then Lloyd told me that they put, when they not this past time when they did the highway, before that, they put a great big culvert under the road to carry the water from over there.
Right.
And he was little because he talked about getting in it. But then when they just did the highway, they put another big culvert, and there's a piece of my property that they took down along the edge of the driveway, and they put a big long pipe down in there that empties out in my backyard.
You know, this is surprising. I think about it often. That road has been built up
Oh, sure.
because in front of
had to
our
be.
house and our lawn, there was a little bank.
Yeah.
Just think of it.
Yes, I remember down through the streets, there was a bank along there.
Yes,
As we
because
came home
We
from
used to
school.
sit on that bank and with our little firecrackers, you know, my father wouldn't let us do it in the yard. So we'd throw them over into the road. I remember sitting on that bank so well. You don't realize how that road has been built up.
Yeah.
Well, don't you think
Pretty
it
much
got,
all the way.
but don't you think that it got ground down from the kind of other traffic that was coming, the wagons and things like that?
Probably.
And then when they started resurfacing,
That's
they
right.
had to put
That's what
more
I mean.
gravel and they built it back up again.
Before it was macadamized, made into a real road, it was a dirt road, and they put tar on it every summer. And one year, when we were in school, little kids, at recess time, we were fascinated watching. We all ran out near the edge of the road and watching with the things to sprinkle the tar. And I had on a new dress mother had made me. And from that day forward, it had tiny black spots all over the whole front.
She was thrilled with
spattered.
that. Your mother was very happy. Right, this is where Art Coos lives.
Right?
Now this always reminds me a lot of the two houses across the street again. You know, about the same time they were built. You know, they all look sort of
I
alike.
remember when Vickery.
That's what I was gonna mention.
What was the name?
Vickery.
Vickery.
Yeah, and
When we
then,
were- when we
he
were in
was
the
the first
school.
one I
and then who
remember.
else lived there? Schufeld's wife,
Yeah.
before she married
Kerrigan.
Schufeld. Katie Kerrigan.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Katie Kerrigan went there. to take care
Right,
of
this is
Victory,
where
I think.
Jennings lived. And this is next to Art Booz's.
This is Mr. Collins' house, I
I
remember.
remember, and he had a sister.
Yeah.
Collins house.
Collins, yeah.
And Maine Collins ran the post office that was located,
Right,
Yeah,
right out
what
front.
is the little library now?
and that's the building back
Right,
here,
the
the
old
little old
library.
library.
Yeah.
Right.
And it was moved from there up here.
You don't remember that.
I don't remember it being moved.
I
No,
do.
I was born about that time.
No, I
Every
remember.
time politics changed, they changed postmaster.
No,
It went back and forth across the street.
not funny.
Okay, this is where Dave Kramer lived until he died
That looks
last
nice,
year.
doesn't it? He'd like that.
Now, see, this house to me is a lot newer than all of those other ones that we talked
Yeah.
about.
That was built-
Kirchnocker place.
They lived, Kurtznachers
But
lived
do you
next to
remember
us.
when? Do you remember when it was built?
Well,
Was it built before you were born?
No,
No.
early 1900s, I've
it was
always
born,
heard.
it was built after I was born.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, in the early 1900s.
Yeah.
I think it was when Kurtznacher's son got married. They built this,
Kurtznacher's?
and then
Kirchnockers weren't there then. Kirchnockers were right next door to you at that
I'm
time.
talking about when they moved from next door,
Oh.
they came down here.
Okay.
And the son and his wife lived in this, they had an
And
apartment on
they
this.
divided
Oh,
the
which one,
house,
which
yeah.
son was that? Was Irene's? Elmer?
Elmer.
Irene's, because
Mhm.
Arthur
Yes.
just died, you know.
I know,
Yeah.
and I appreciated hearing
Yeah.
that.
There originally was a porch all the way across the front, but only with that center roof.
Oh, really?
It was open, the rest of it.
Oh, that's interesting.
That was different.
Yeah.
When
now-
you look at that house, you never think it looks as
Okay,
nice as that
I
does.
know.
you've told me who lives here now, and I'm ashamed that I forgot.
John's,
John's.
John's. Okay.
Turley and John.
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Harry Hotel. and-
Most people
Yeah.
remember it as the
No,
Hotel
Harry didn't live there.
He did at one
Sylvia-
time.
Oh, Sylvia lived
Well,
there.
he was there at one time.
Oh, okay, before he moved up the
Before
street.
they were
Right.
divorced
Yeah.
or whatever.
Uh,
Sylvia lived there when I came to town.
Yeah.
See, that's Gene Hoppensberger's mom.
Yeah.
My great uncle lived there at one time.
I remember
And
that too.
That was how my father met Mother. Mother was a North Chatham native,
Mhm.
but he came to visit his uncle. And then he eventually came to this area to work
Mhm.
and courted from then on, and they
Very
married.
And this is where the Grosteins
I think
live.
that's so pretty.
The Maxwell.
Yeah.
And then the
Yeah,
Bain-
did that
the
have-
Baines, oh,
That was a post office?
The
That's
Baines.
post office, That's the
The
last
Baines
post
had
office.
the
Now, did
post
that
office.
have a porch? It looks to me
It
like it
did.
should have.
Mhm.
Didn't it have a porch? Did it not have a porch probably all the way across the front?
Yes, our
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
that had a
Oh,
porch.
yes.
Okay, and this is where Langford lives. And that looks porchy to me too. In fact, I think there was a porch on it when I
Not
moved
all the
here.
way across the front. It was
No?
a big stone slab
Oh,
that
what it
ran
was?
from about window to window.
Oh, really?
I think there was a roof over a little of the center part, but the roof wasn't even over it
And
all.
I
That was the old
remember
Gundam.
That was
Mrs.
when Gundrums
Ackroyd.
lived there.
Yeah,
You
Ackroyd,
remember that?
Gundam, and then the
Oh,
last
Ackroyd
one.
was there when I came.
And behind it, there was a blacksmith shop.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and Texaco, he sold Texaco gas.
Gundrum.
Gundam.
Gundam.
But
That
Gundrum
was
was the
Gundrum.
one who had the
Yeah.
blacksmith shop.
Mrs. Gundrum was also a school teacher
At this little school?
at the school.
Mhm. This is interesting because see that on those downstairs windows, they had that architectural thing of having the boards go right straight down to the foundation.
Oh, yes.
See it?
Mhm.
I don't know whether Ralph's has that or not. I can't see, but Ralph's
No.
may have that too.
No, I don't know.
And there's
Then
Alberta's.
there's
There we
that.
are. There's our current post
I
office.
love the flags.
Oh, yeah, it looks nice, doesn't
The Arnolds owned it when I was little.
Uh-huh.
That's where
it? I
Phillips.
had those trimmed this summer, I think they could be trimmed again.
No, I think this was taken before you had them trimmed.
Oh, maybe that could be,
Yeah,
because they
I
look
think
nice
so.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that you had them trimmed. Well, we hope that this will be the last privately placed post office. Maybe we'll get a regular
Could I
one.
get a nice brand new one, that's all I
Maybe,
ask.
maybe.
This is done well, though, you gotta give it credit.
Oh, yes. Oh,
The
God, yes.
Arnolds, of course, lived there too.
Yeah, yeah.
And there was a family of Whitmans that lived there before that.
Oh, was it? I didn't know who lived there before the war.
Oh, yeah, I knew
This
the
is
Whitmans.
this has got really pretty lines. I don't know who built it, but look at the way the roof
It was
comes
built in
down.
1850.
It was?
Yeah, that
That's-
front entrance is just the way it was.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, it had a porch on it, Leland took the porch off.
Oh, I remember.
Sure. There wasn't a porch across the front.
Yeah.
Yes, there
Well, that
was.
was before my time.
Yeah, because he took it off since he's been there, because Fred Dorn come up and said to Blanky, Blank, what the heck are you doing to that house? You're ruining it. And he says, I'm getting rid of this bleeding porch. And when he took the porch off, he found all this nice front door.
The front door.
That all that was
Yeah.
all there, but it was hidden by the porch. You didn't
Yeah.
see it.
You see all the work up along the roof line.
Mrs. Arnold was buried from there. I
Was
can
she?
remember sitting in the front room.
Not Mary.
No,
No,
Oh, because
no.
Mary was
mother.
buried in the other house.
Hubert's
Hubert's
mother.
Oh, Hubert's mother.
Okay, this is where the Says live.
Yeah. That used to be this
Sleover
Leover
House.
place.
It was a two-family house for many
Yeah.
years. The little side was a
Yeah,
separate
didn't
apartment.
Lina Barlow live in that side at one time?
Mrs. Whitman
I
lived
don't
there.
remember.
And then Mrs. Whitman.
Mrs. Whitman lived there.
And Ginger
Bone.
Skimmerhorn, Ginger Bone.
Ginger Douglas Bone.
And there was a
Right.
She lived
porch
there
on
when I
that,
came.
front of that house
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, now this is where the Chesleys live.
Will
Look how much
Smith.
that looks like
Will
all the
Smith.
others.
Yeah.
Will Smith's
Pattern.
place.
Yeah, yeah.
Will Smith and his sister Mildy. I guess her name was
Millie.
Mildred, probably.
Millie wasn't.
Imelda.
Called her Millie.
Huh?
Imelda.
Imelda.
Imelda?
Oh,
Oh.
I only knew her as Mildy.
I only knew her as Millie. I used to do her hair for her.
Okay, now this is the house that John Ring lived in when I came to town.
And that, before that was Vanderpool.
Vanderpool.
Right.
And actually, when I came to town, this was kind of divided up because I think Joyce and Ike lived there too. When I came to town before they
Yes, they did, I
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, now this is owned by Whites and is rented, and this is where the North Chatham Dairy was.
This was
Behind-
originally a
located
barn.
behind it.
Yeah, they moved that up, didn't they? From
That
the
was your
back.
barn, wasn't it?
It was a barn.
Originally, that was the garden for the place next door, which is where I was born.
Right, right.
And the milk plant is where our barn stood.
Mhm. So this barn was moved forward
Yes.
on the property, and then
Right.
they renovated it for a house. And they were doing milk when I arrived here.
Yeah, that
For
would be.
quite a while after. I
Right.
mean, for at least 10 to 15 years after I came, they were still processing milk.
Nobody
in the
ever
back.
had cottage cheese like Augie did. Boy, it was good.
Well, it was awful nice to have a milkman next door.
I guess so.
The trouble was, they'd go down to Kinderhook Lake to the camp, and everybody would be pounding on the door, and I'd say, they're not here. Because people would just drop by that needed milk.
Yeah.
But talking about milk, I can remember when there's a big oak tree between Vicky and us.
Right.
And there was a nail there, and the milkman would come and fill our pail.
Mm-hmm.
And hang it there.
That was a long time ago.
Well, my mom was
And it
using
wasn't
bottles.
pasteurized.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
Did they buy that piece of property from your family, Jane?
What piece?
That, where their house is, that old barn? Did they buy it from you? Did you own it at that time?
Well, we owned it, but, we sold it
Used
before
it.
that time.
Oh, before
Yes.
Line Bones bought it.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
somebody
that's
turned
where
on
I
the
was
lights out.
born.
Get you better color.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is where I lived when I first came to North
Yeah,
Chatham.
this is the old,
Kelleher.
Kelleher place.
Yes.
I remember the name.
Doesn't that look pretty the way the
Yes.
shadows are on the flowers?
This was a nice house. It didn't have much property left because your father sold that piece of property.
Yeah.
Or it probably would have stayed there.
I
Was-
don't know why that was done.
Well, I know that it happened I heard the story that it happened when the banks closed on that bad time, when,
Oh.
and your father suddenly said to Augie, if you want that property, you gotta pay me today and pay me cash. Because, and he didn't know the banks had closed.
In
So-
29.
Yeah, yeah. All right, now this is where stoners live, but this was,
A church, Baptist
And that
church.
was originally the First Methodist Church.
right.
And I can remember,
Baptist,
and I couldn't tell you when they were taken out, but that front hall window upstairs was still stained glass
Uh-huh,
when I was a kid.
really?
Yeah,
I don't know
and I
why.
don't know who took it out.
Those porches are still all on.
Yes.
Those porches are still there.
And this is Stoner's Barn. Now, this was a schoolhouse, right?
That's where I started.
You went to, but
One year.
was
one-
it there at
No,
that time?
it was up on the front corner,
Oh, okay.
towards Connie's driveway.
Oh, I see.
Wasn't it, Edith? Yes.
What year?
What year was that, Edith, that you,
1907.
1907?
When you started kindergarten or first grade?
Johnny Ring, I
No, no
remember
kindergarten.
Johnny and I started in the first grade together.
Oh,
Okay, and this is where Connie lives. Now, this is a relatively new house.
I always liked that.
This is completely different, you know,
Yes.
than all the sort of federal looking.
it belonged to Charlie Van Alstyne, didn't it? The
Yes, it
original,
did.
and
One of the characters in town.
yes, he was. It burned, and he had this built to
I
replace
see.
it.
What was it like before that?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay. Okay, this is where my daughter lives, and my mother lived in the north side.
I remember Eva Gardner living there.
This house is sort of in a kind of a, it looks to me like an awfully old house. It's
Well,
somebody
it certainly
just
must
kept-
have been added on.
Oh, yes. I
Yeah.
mean, I think that one piece there is probably, and that had porches on it too that were rotten.
Who
There
did
was-
you buy that from? Heiserman?
Yes, Grandma Heiser.
That was my
Yeah.
my uncle.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and there was a porch across the front here too.
Yes.
And a porch all the way across the other little part. But it was,
Yeah.
boy, I'll tell you, everybody that owned it stuck a little piece here and there and went upstairs and built stuff and. Okay, now this is Dottie Cummings' house.
That used to be the old Bartlow place.
Mrs.
Bartlow's
Bartlow ran
My first
ice cream
memory
stand.
is
Uh-huh.
two
Stood
nil,
out in front
Two
south of
nil.
the house.
but
An
that
ice
was
cream
way, way
stand?
back.
Yeah,
Bartlow's
when
one
we
night,
used
Bartlow's.
to
And then Mary
go out to
Gilson,
get the
she was a
cottage cheese,
teacher.
Yeah.
we begged some extra money from mother so we could buy an ice
Get
cream
ice
cone.
cream.
Because it
Uh-huh.
was before we sold
She
it.
gave the biggest ice cream cones there ever were, boy.
Yeah. I don't think she ever made much money.
No, she just enjoyed feeding the kids.
Well, I'm trying to remember who was there when I moved to town. And there was somebody, oh golly, I can't remember the name.
Oh, whatchamacallit had a nursing home there.
That's what I thought.
Myra
There was
Burgess.
Myra
ran it.
Burgess.
had a nursing home in
Right.
there. Yep.
Nancy Burgess,
Yeah.
Nancy Van
Yes.
Buren.
Yeah.
Clarence Collins, that's what I was
Yeah,
trying to think
yeah.
of.
He lived-
Okay.
That was John Adams.
They bought it from him.
Okay, that's where the Wills live.
And that's where the Kurtznachers lived.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now this
And then
is,
Mary Arnold died there, didn't she?
yeah,
Yes,
she did.
that's right. They
I
moved
didn't
over.
realize it, although that's
You heard they
Dottie's
too.
garage.
That's, yeah,
back
Dottie's garage back there. See, this has got a different style again too.
there. Well, they did a beautiful job adding on to it without changing it in any
Oh,
way.
I
You never
love it.
know
Oh,
if anything done to it.
Looks really good.
Yeah.
Okay, this is Edith's house here.
And I was born in.
You were born
Yeah.
in. Early ones.
1900.
1900.
My father
That's
built
not
it.
so long ago.
No.
Uh,
And this is where your father cut hair in the living room?
Yes, my father built it, and built it as he got money. We
Uh-huh.
have pictures of it with just before the upstairs
One
was
floor
built.
with a flat top.
And then he barbered in the front room, and there was just, really, we lived in the kitchen and the living room, and
Sure.
it was all one
Right.
room.
Didn't think anything about it in those times.
Yeah, and there, see the porches, my daughter wouldn't let them take those porches off.
Uh-huh.
So, then he built did you get the barber shop?
Yeah, of course. There you go.
Yeah. He built that and barbered out there, but during the day, in the summer, he did contracting, and in the winter, he went all through the country with his sleigh and his
Bought
horse and
furs.
sleigh, and picked up hides, fur hides,
Mm-hmm.
and some of them were skunks.
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to-
Growing
he
up
used to
on that
fix-
smell.
He used to fix skunk soil. We had a lot of it. We used that a lot.
But I don't mind the smell.
I
Is
don't
that
either,
funny?
no. I like the smell of skunk.
Really?
Yeah.
I liked it better than the silage smell. from
Oh,
back
that's,
then.
yeah, yes, you're right. Okay, this is the new library. Now, that was built shortly before I came. And I'm thinking it was like 56 or 57.
I don't
57?
remember.
What,
I
the
was
library?
treasurer
Yeah,
at that
no,
time.
this
I know
building
that.
The
was in the
original
50s.
library.
Sal Papa's father built
Yeah.
it. And I remember he said it was sometime in the
I
later
think
50s.
1957.
Yeah.
They built this library behind the old library.
Right, it sat in
And
front.
then moved the old library out
Right, right.
back here.
And then it was renovated like 2 years ago when
Yes.
when this edition was put on, and the handicapped entrance and here's the old library.
I
in
was
San
talking to
District.
George, yesterday
Yes.
about this.
This library
It
was
seems
opened
to me
June
as though
14th,
it's gonna
1958.
cost a
Yeah.
fortune.
How do you know that?
I'd love to see
How you
it
looked it up?
restored.
He's
I mean, a
looking
lot of
here.
our-
Well, it's not too
Yeah.
much. You got
Public
to
building
the
in
bottom.
57.
Yeah.
I spent a good many hours there.
Me too.
We're hoping that, you know, that the Historic Society can do something
I
about.
can't picture it fastened on to the back of this though.
Well, you see, there's so many things that you have to meet. If you get any money from anyone, you have to make it handicapped accessible,
I know.
and you have to do all those other
But
things.
if it's handicapped, if it's attached to this building,
Well, it
But-
would be high, the plan that we have
Oh,
now,
it's
it
changed.
would be high, and you would get in from this back door.
Oh,
And
that's-
then there would be a different entrance, you know,
Oh.
up to it. And also, it would give us a vault space and stuff. It's very small, as
Yeah.
you know.
Just makes a good meeting room. They can leave it there and have it for a meeting room.
Yeah, but you see, you can't, you have to, if you had a meeting room, you had to have a bathroom. You
That would
see,
be handicapped
They can come
accessible.
over to
And
the
Andy's,
place
you know.
and go to bed.
No, you can't, that's the problem now,
It's
really.
not so easy.
See, that was the post office.
Yeah, that
The
was,
post office, it was
That
down
was
by
there, yeah.
Dave Kramer's house?
sat right on
Yeah.
that little spot right there. Yeah.
and when they moved it up the road, at that time, the street lights hung in the middle of the road.
Uh-huh.
And they had to use sticks or something to prop, to
Hold 'em
raise
up?
the light so they could go under it.
Uh-huh. Well, we hope we can do something with it.
I still smell the smoke in there.
From the stove?
And when, when the wind blew, the smoke would slip right out of the pipe. Pipe went right straight across,
It would
and it had
leak out?
wires, had wires that held it up to the ceiling, so in case the wind got too bad, it wouldn't blow the pipe down. And they never thought anything about it, you just wipes your eyes off and read the book, just
Sure,
say.
of course. Right, this is the house on the corner where DeAngelis
For
lives.
some reason, it just looks too blah. I guess it's because
They took the shutters off.
shutters aren't
because
back
there were
on yet.
bats behind the
That
shutters.
changes the appearance.
They're doing a beautiful job.
Yeah, they are.
oh yeah.
And of course, Bessie Peck
Mhm.
was the one, and I remember her so
Yeah.
well. And she was the one that started the library.
Right.
That's right.
In
That
the room
reminds me,
there.
has her picture been put back up yet?
I don't know.
She had her little picture right here by the fireplace, and I don't know how many times I've spoke about it,
Oh,
but
I
I'm
can
waiting to see
remember
where
she
that
always
picture
wore
went.
black
Yeah.
velvet around her and
She was
cotton
a
stockings.
sweet little old lady, but
Oh, and she
an
was
odd
such a
one.
lady.
Yeah.
No, I can remember her saying to Marion Wilson, Marion had a green dress on, and she said, Marion, you look like a bit of a landscape. This is the way she was. She was such a lady. Her father was a doctor.
yeah, Dr. Peck. She
If it
used
hadn't
to
been
go
for
to,
her, we wouldn't have a library today.
That's right.
That's
And
why I
she's-
want her picture back up over there.
When my father built the barber shop, he needed a little more land. Now it was only a little strip. And Joanne has the deed. 5 cents she charged him.
gee, it's a bargain. Usually it's $1 anyway.
That made it legal.
Joanne thinks so much of that deed.
Sure. When I moved here, Lillian Hughes lived here.
Yeah.
And she was she was a fantastic needleworker.
Yes,
She used the library as a
Yeah.
workshop and
Right,
taught
because-
maybe point.
Well, at that point in time, the library was on that property.
Yeah,
It wasn't on the library
no,
property.
I know it.
And then, I'm pretty sure that when she died, she left an extra piece of property here.
Well, I thought they got
Right.
some extra land from her, I mean, that
Yeah.
she
Yeah, I think they
donated it.
did, yeah.
Yeah.
So we'd have more space with
Right.
this library than we had.
She did fantastic needlework. I've seen some of the pictures of the things.
She
that
was
That
known in
tool.
England for her
She had
fancy
places.
work.
Okay, and this
I love that.
is the smokehouse on that property.
That's cute, isn't
The
it?
date. 1785, is it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Oh,
Okay, now this is the pallet factory. But this, when
Yes.
I came here, they were doing milk.
It was the old milk station.
Mhm.
That was when the trolleys ran. Truck milk was brought in by the farmers and then it went out on the trolleys.
Mm-hmm.
And when the trolleys quit, they had the big tanker trucks come and pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
Who's running that now?
Gordon's were the last one
the
to run it,
fellas-
I believe.
Oh, who owns it now?
Yeah, who's running it if it's a pallet factory?
It belongs to the Marks, the young fellows.
Mark
that-
Reimer and Mark.
Yes, that,
not this building.
yes. Yeah, that's
The
the house.
creamery is where he.
That's
That
it.
is
That's
part
that
of the
the creamery?
creamery.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
that's part of the
You
creamery.
wouldn't realize.
It's a
because
different
the brush has
angle
been
later.
Oh,
cleared
I
up
see.
This
now.
is the end towards the fire hall. And this, of course,
Oh,
is
I
the
see.
fire hall, which
That's
was
the firehouse.
trolley station.
See how they've added the new piece on the end there? They made
Yeah.
that their office.
When I moved to town, that ring was down across the street from where I live now, next to the school, because the firehouse then was the garage in the back of where the store was.
Right.
So that was right next to the schoolhouse on the north
Well,
side.
that
and-
was used because they didn't have the siren in those days
Right.
except on the truck.
Well, they
And
didn't
they'd
have
hammer
much.
on that.
Right.
I mean, that was part of the store?
No, the firehouse was a garage behind the store. That's where the fire truck was kept.
That's where we kept the ice, we called it the ice house
Yeah.
when we were in the store.
You mean yeah, well, that's where the fire truck
Oh,
was when
yeah.
I came to town.
That was
And
the
that
later,
was right
yeah.
there. And then they acquired the old station.
Mhm.
And then we used to have dances up on that floor in there until they took half the floor out. And it just sort
And
of.
dances over in the onion topper factory.
Oh, well,
too.
that, not what I was, we had the dances here. This is the others going up by it, where the trolley tracks would have been right here in front. And I had probably a repeat, so we'll get that first mistake. This is Pryor and Williams. Now tell me about this. How long has this been here?
I can't
A
tell
long
you.
time.
I don't know. Was
Yeah.
there a place there with lumber?
But not when I was growing
Oh,
up.
that's what I thought.
Now the Williams was Earl Williams, wasn't it?
Yes.
Right. Earl and Mr. Pryor had a
Good friend.
contract together.
Pryor was a brother-in-law? to where Williams?
No.
They were
I
related.
think the Mrs. Pryor and Mr. Williams' mother,
Oh, it was in the-
sisters or
It was
somehow,
in the
they were
next
related.
generation.
Yeah.
There was a relationship
Right.
between Pryor
But now it's just the Pryors, but it's still.
Pryor have been
They
relative.
always kept the Williams name.
Earl got
Yeah.
out of it,
Yeah.
and that when he had the farm.
Right, right. We don't know how much longer that's gonna go.
Those boys are pretty old.
And this is part of this is one of the buildings over there at the
Store
lumberyard.
some of the lumber.
Yeah. Okay, now, this, you know what this is. This is the apartments across from the fire hall.
Mr. Schufert's onion topper.
Okay, the onion topper factory.
And that's
Right.
where we had dances.
You had dances in there
Before-
too?
Before, of course, the apartments.
Uh-huh. After the onion toppers were made?
Before.
Before that. And then he made onion toppers in there.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And
And
he
they were
made the
quite a
so-and-so
machine.
cedar.
So-and-so
Oh,
seed.
cedars. Remember that, Jane?
Yeah.
This
They
is
were-
cedars.
Cedars. I used to send
S-E-E-D-E-R-S.
15 or 20 of them out every night. COD.
The onion
Wonderful
topper
stuff.
factories, the onion toppers were apparently quite something in their day before something more modern was discovered.
Mhm.
They were a pretty good sized piece of machinery. I know he had a flat top truck that would hold 3 or 4, and he'd truck them to Niagara to ship out.
Mhm.
I graduated from college in 37, and in 38 I went out beyond Syracuse to visit a college friend. And she took me, well, she lived in Syracuse, but we went to visit her parents. And he wanted to know where I was from, and I said North Chatham. He said, North Chatham? Oh, I know. That's where they manufacture onion toppers. And I didn't quite understand the onion toppers. I thought he must be mistaken because I'd never heard of it.
You were thinking of a
Anything
factory.
manufactured in North Chatham.
Right.
But then he went on and told that section out beyond Syracuse was great for raising
Yeah,
that type thing.
Well, they still
And
are.
they used them and had used them for years, but by that time, something better had been discovered.
Mhm.
But I was so shocked that they knew where North Chatham was.
Okay, this is the little house next to the fire hall on the south side, and this is where Pulvers live now.
Min Woodard.
Yep,
The Woodwards built it, I
did
believe.
they?
George?
No, this is a different
Bill
Woodward.
Woodward.
This is a different
They're
Woodward.
Woodwards,
Yeah.
yeah.
He wasn't any relation to George.
No.
And this is this is where Alice Nichols lived.
My dad looked
And they
nice.
built that next door.
He's got
It's a
rid of
nice
all those
picture.
flowers.
Mrs. Woodward's son,
Mm-hmm.
Todd.
Claude
Nichols.
Nichols.
Yeah.
Mrs. Woodward had married again, she was a
Mhm.
widow. And they built that, moved up from the house by the schoolhouse, which we mentioned
Yeah.
she had.
This is owned by a man named Phelan now. And this is on the corner, and this is the Armstrong's house. And this
Bill
is the one I
Valentine's
had a
place.
hard time figuring out. But it's right at the corner of 32 and 203 and Bunker Hill Road.
And it was Valentine.
We always knew it as
Valentine.
Valentine.
Valentine and,
Okay.
let's see, who else was there? They went to Massachusetts.
And there was always a
boy,
swing,
that's
one of
good.
those wooden swings with the 2 sides in the front yard. And
Uh-huh, a long
Mrs.
swing.
Valentine was out there most of the time.
I spent a good many hours
When she
on those
wasn't
swings.
fishing, she used to
Yeah,
love
oh,
to
she
fish.
loved to go fishing.
Mhm.
And
I
this
go in
is-
my fishbowl and Annie was ready to go.
And this is where Lloyd Frank lives. And this is on Bunker Hill Road, just beyond the park.
Tom Shields.
Shields' place.
She was used to live there.
Right.
When I was a little girl, I used to go over to his place and he'd play his Victrola
Okay,
club.
the park.
It was the Cylinder Records.
And
And
so,
Mrs. Whitman lived there
Yeah.
for quite a long time.
and down so now when we're looking at it, the south side of this was where the trolley tracks
That's
came
right.
in.
Right on that.
Went on an angle
And then,
across.
yeah, behind it, but then on the other side is where the park was,
Right.
where we
And that was
cleaned it up and you all had a wonderful time down there. Nobody's going to say a word about it. They couldn't.
Mary's father was the one that built it and
Right.
kept it up, and he was one great man.
I heard he always had a rowboat there that you could use.
Oh, yes. Years and years.
Oh, yes.
He had the croquet set, he
Canoe.
had a beautiful
Oh,
box made to keep the croquet set in, and you could go there and use it, nobody ever touched it.
He built the
No.
slide, he built the
wonderful.
Yeah.
dock, and always had a boat there for us to use. And he built picnic table, and up on the tree he had nailed a wooden frame with a calendar he tacked to it, and we could sign up if we wanted to reserve the table for a picnic. Of course, there was a fireplace too.
Even
Right,
though,
the
even a
fireplace-
little
fireplace
house
is still
where
there.
you could, you know, undress and dress to go swimming. I remember.
Oh, he had a
yes.
little changing house too?
Well, it was actually the bathroom,
Yeah,
wasn't
Oh, it was the outhouse,
it?
okay.
Wasn't it?
No, there
there was
before,
something else,
maybe.
before it was made into a park, there was
Uh-huh.
a bathhouse there, a small one.
No, that's nice.
I don't remember that.
Okay, now, we
Yeah, now
got it
that looks
fixed,
neat
it's the
and
right
nice, don't it?
way.
Isn't that a nice picture?
That's nice,
That's
Mary.
where Mary lives.
I hardly recognize it.
but your
And
father
you
didn't
must
build
have just
that,
mowed
did he?
the
Or
lawn.
did he?
No, he didn't.
No, I thought not.
And did you buy that from Inverness?
Tom Shields.
Oh,
Inverness lived there before
oh,
we
she
did.
just lived there,
Yeah.
and she was a colored lady
Yeah.
that did laundry for my mother, I
Right.
remember.
Yeah, they used to work for us too.
I like the, lily pond, it's still out there, isn't it?
Oh,
The little lily pond he
Yeah,
had down
yes.
there?
Mary brought me one of the lilies for my birthday, I guess it was. They're beautiful.
Have you got any fish in the pond, Mary? No?
You have to take special care of them through the winter.
He always had fish in that
Yeah.
pond. It was fun to go look at them.
Right, now this was where Betty
Oh,
Huntley
that's a
lived.
nice picture of the house.
And this is up Bunker Hill Road on the right-hand side. And was this part of the Williams farm?
Oh, I'm sure it was.
It was, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Was this like because that's not where I remember Earl and Leslie Williams
No.
living.
No,
They
they
were
lived
across the
across the
road.
Yeah,
road.
yeah.
I think there used to be a barn there, didn't there?
Oh,
Did
there's
it burn?
I think there was a barn there.
Yeah,
Yes,
it burned.
definitely. There
And it
was a
burned.
barn there, right close to the road. a
Yeah.
big
Oh,
barn.
really?
There is one right
Yes,
close to
there
the
is
road.
one
burned.
there.
Right close
No.
to the road.
And then they later cleared it and built that house.
I think
And that's
That's
Oh,
right.
that's
Magson's
a
house.
nice picture of that. That's better than what we saw before. The color shows up beautiful.
Well, when they
Well,
had
it's
that
because it's
porch and
darker.
closed, it is beautiful.
Mr. Hughes had that built, didn't he,
Yeah.
Mary?
no, Kunker.
Earl
Kunker,
Kunker,
Dr.
the dentist.
Kunker,
Dr.
right.
Punker. How long ago was that, Mary?
Dr. Comfort delivered me.
Okay. How long ago was that, Mary? When do you think that was built?
I don't know.
Oh,
It's
okay.
always been there, not as long as I have remembered.
It's always been there?
But they
Yeah,
had that
in my
picture
time.
in the
Yeah.
But
New York
I
magazine.
think
That would
Dr.
sell
Kunker
fast.
had it built for a bit.
That's a nice picture.
You know, I have to tell you, when I moved here, I think that was
Minches.
Minch's, and people told me, oh, that's a really weird house, but it's so interesting inside.
It's beautiful.
You know, that front room that you go into with that very, very different looking fireplace and that great
Beautiful stairway.
stairwell. Oh, I think it's very, very interesting.
And
Now this is where Kellogg lives.
Yeah.
And this was, didn't
Gert
Earl,
Steele,
who?
That used to be the steel
Gert
place.
Steele, Leslie Williams' sister.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Right
but I
there.
think she was dead when I had arrived. I think he lived there, and he died soon after
Oh,
I
Reggie?
came.
And
Yeah.
Kathy and
Well,
Alec
could
lived
be.
there when they first got married.
oh, really?
Yeah.
And Jesse and Florence Walker lived there. I
Did
can
they?
remember.
And this is
This is the last place they lived.
Habaneros
Habaneros.
up next to the thruway.
Yeah.
The old Edwards place.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, when
Davis
Davis
lived
is
there
lived
too.
That was
there,
David
too.
having
Yeah.
it up
We
there.
lived there for one summer. My
Did you?
father bought the place for an investment, and we just went up for the summer.
And
Well-
my mother lived there too.
Did she?
Yeah.
Barringer.
Very
Well,
They're-
when Davises lived there, didn't it belong to Earl Williams? Because they were working on the Earl Williams farm then.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah, by that time,
Yeah,
I think so,
yeah.
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 That's fairly recently, you know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to remember if Davises lived there when I came, but I think that's where Carol and Ronnie remember
Yes,
being young.
yes.
And
That's
Kathy
where they
and
were.
Alec lived there the last before they
Yes,
left.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they did. And that's where. I think we've come to the end. And we were gonna talk about the train, but we'll do that another time. Whoa, I'm
Do you
sorry.
mind going back one more time to Joy's house and my house?
Well, wait, maybe Brooke would be
Let's
happy
stop
to
the
rerun
tape.
it and let us see the first part if she wouldn't mind.
No, I just want to hear about my house. I just walked in when you guys were talking.
Oh, well, they
about
were telling you how upset they were when that house was built because it replaced this beautiful Victorian
Yes,
I
place.
the
know.
one that burned.
Yeah. Well, the barn is still there.
Yes, I know.
Yes, which is-
No,
Yeah, I don't know if you had a picture of the barn.
it's back. That's me, going, keep going. No, we didn't take a picture of the barn.
Oh, because
No.
that's
No,
beautiful
that's
building.
Yes, it is.
Maybe they know something about the barn. There was an antique store there, I heard.
Yeah.
Noah Dyer's barn.
No,
No,
I
it's
That's
barn.
the Jordan
Yeah.
place,
That's the,
There we go.
my place.
That's,
I'm going the right direction. Come on.
oh, my house.
This is
There.
your
There,
house.
Okay.
there's Joy's
Next one.
they
house.
talked about, you've turned that off, haven't you, Rome? Oh, okay. All right. Go ahead, tell Joy about her house, about the porches and who lived there.
I know Alberta has told me that there were porches on those.
Yeah, they have porches.
In fact, I think the porches are still up in the top of our barn.
Are they really?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that looks like it might have been a porch.
You see those big windows that you have in the front there,
Yeah.
Joy?
Yeah.
Okay, there used to be big windows like that up where, oh golly, it was, Lloyd Welch's house.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
There were windows like that they took
They
out.
had the same thing down where Kapner is now,
That's
too.
right. Down at Kapner's, they had
Huh.
those windows in the
When
front.
Cedarburg was
So
there.
were those windows there for a long time in my house?
Oh,
They were always there, as
Oh,
far as I
really?
know.
Well, that's interesting, because
Oh, yeah.
that would be an interesting thing that they would have built at that time.
Well, probably the house was maybe about that same era, you know?
1858 was ours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess
Well,
about.
Oh,
There's
here we
There you
go.
are.
There.
Isn't that
Built in
nice?
1960 something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about the bad fire,
Yeah.
and it's wonderful that it happened when it did, because if it happened at night, there would have been people lost.
Yeah.
Really?
Well,
Yes.
Joe
Well, it
told us.
happened a
Started
couple
on
of
the
times,
second
more or
floor.
less.
Yeah.
Oh, it started way up, I thought it
Joe,
was,
Joe
In the
told us
attic,
when
they
we
said.
moved
Right
in, a
about
story
supper
about
time.
driving in the driveway after picking up the kids, and he glanced next door and he saw them eating dinner in the dining room and flames shooting
coming
out
out of the
chimney,
roof,
yeah, out of the roof rather.
Yeah.
They didn't know it.
Yeah, they didn't know it, and that everybody
No.
rushed in and they saved all the furniture
Yeah.
and.
Yeah, I didn't like it at all, because those firemen were really acting in a very dangerous way, because they were in there trying to take things out. for
She
them.
had a lot of shaker furniture.
Oh,
Well, she
yeah.
didn't want to
Yeah.
lose her
Yeah.
antiques. They were,
Yeah.
they were the fortune.
Apparently they saved most or all of it.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
interesting thing was that they had a black woman who lived with them,
Oh, they did.
and I never saw her.
She was their cook. Oh, yes.
Yeah, and she
I
lived
remember
with
her
them
well.
She even went to Washington.
all
with them.
the time, and you never saw her hardly out of the house.
She had, as I remember it, she had trouble walking.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
So she just didn't walk much with all those kids
Yeah.
around
Oh,
on
gosh,
errands,
yes,
you
I
know.
guess they
She
had.
didn't need to.
Yeah.
Well, I'm wondering, does anybody know why they decided not to rebuild it as it was, rather than build something totally different?
Well,
Well, it would have cost a fortune.
Well,
to
that's
do
right.
it.
Yeah.
Fence.
that's right.
This was probably cheaper.
No, I'm sure.
Yeah, you couldn't possibly duplicate what
No.
it was before.
No, we
You've
were
seen
all
the old
surprised
pictures.
when they.
So the barn, there was an antique store for a while.
After
Yes,
that,
right.
afterwards,
The
yeah.
temple said that.
Yeah.
Yes.
George Flanders, when I grew up, lived in the old Victorian
Yeah.
house. And there's for the circular drive.
Right,
He
right.
bought a
Yeah.
car, and he got in, and he didn't know how to drive, and of course he kept going because he didn't know how to shut it off. Called my brother, and my brother had to go down and shut it off for him. And he was a lawyer for the state.
Well, sounds like one, doesn't it?
Yes.
Oh, we'll have to dub that out too.
Now, did Virginia O'Hanlon actually live in that
Yeah.
house?
Yes.
Well, when she retired, she came and lived with the Temples.
But
She
she
was
didn't
Miss-
die
Mrs.
till like
she was
1970 something.
Mrs.
Yeah.
Temple's mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she actually lived in this particular house.
Yeah, she
Oh,
lived in
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
too.
Yes.
Yeah. Where did she
Yeah.
die?
In
Barnwell
Barnwell.
Nursing Home.
Oh,
Barnwell
okay.
Nursing
So she did
Home.
not die in the house.
No,
Yeah.
she just couldn't.
Are there
take
ghosts?
care of her.
I don't think there's ghosts in that house.
I haven't met them yet.
We have ghosts, or we,
Well,
My-
thank you very much.
My kids swore there were ghosts in the house I lived in up the street.
you just never
They
know.
were sure that there was someone
Well,
there.
ladies,
put the
this
lights
has been
on now.
wonderful.
Okay,
I'm
Broom.
gonna have to run.
Well, I know
Thank
we're
you.
all-
I'm gonna drive home with you.
Yeah.
Brooke, I apologize
Yeah.
for almost knocking you
I
off.
don't know if it's haunted anymore now, but I didn't say a word about
Thank
it.
you all.
I know.
This has been
Bye-bye.
extremely
I know there
interesting.
was a
I'm
little
sorry
block
we
that I wasn't allowed to
interrupted.
go in.
Oh, no, that's all right. That's okay.
Wonderful. See y'all later.
Okay.
Well, that was nice, Doris, enjoyed it.
Well, I'm glad you did, and I'm
Glad you woke me up.
I'm happy to have done it.
Just want to get my paper over here.
I hope you all had a good time,
It was very nice.
and,
There were a lot of
and these,
little
these,
excerpts I could put in there, but I didn't
slides
think
will be
well.
part of the library
Aren't those chairs nice?
thing.
Mm.
These slides will be, in fact, I had 2 copies made of everything. These things will be part of the Historic Society's records. So, and I'm looking for one of these, if you know someone that has one of these, because I had to borrow this one from Bob Zattel. But if you come across anyone that has a slide projector that uses a carousel, we could certainly use one for the Historical Society.
Yeah. Advertise that.
Yeah, because what you do is you load these things up and then you keep these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you index, you know, there's
That's
an
right.
index in the box and you don't have to mess with them. You can just put them right on and you get extra ones, so.
Does anyone need a ride home? Jane, do you need a ride home?